Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
The EFF wants to build a school. This channel, King Said So, also wants to build a school by the name of PETA, the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Now, the EFF has met some serious challenges in their journey of building this school. What are those challenges? Let's quickly listen to Julius Malema speaking about them opening the school at the Magaliesberg, and I'm going to tell you the other challenges that I'm facing in opening PETA.
Everything, including the school. The school is there, the plans are there, professionals have been appointed. We are stuck with the incompetence Mogale municipality to approve our plans, and there's nothing we can do. Remember, 2 years we couldn't do anything. So we had 3 years to finalize this school. We bought the land. There's nothing we can do if the municipality doesn't give us approvals. We tried everything. And then the Boers at that place, remember that's an agricultural land in Magaliesberg. The Boers have been opposing the rezoning of that place. We have been in and out of municipal offices fighting all types of racist objections for us to build a school. So I said in that conference, if we don't do it, don't elect us. But we've done it. Give us approvals today. You will see what will happen. Give us approvals today and say, yes, rezoning, yes, this, yes, that. We are very good friends with China, by the way. We can build that thing in 3 months before conference. We are very good people with China. Shame. Even the money you're talking about of financing these plans, China is readily available to come and help. It has been trying to help, even in this current government, with infrastructure funding from China, and they've not been cooperating because they are committed to the West and America. I think I've dealt with all the questions. Thank you.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I am your host, King053, Mr. Easy Imali Enenginengi. Let me welcome everyone from around Africa for tuning in. I've always start with Mozambique. Thank you so much, guys, from Mozambique. I see you guys on the comment section. I also see you guys on the comment section from Lesotho. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. South Africa, always on the comment section, always showing love. I appreciate it, guys. And also Mozambique showing some serious love. The Black Star, Senegal, showing some serious love. Thank you so much. And we will never forget in this channel to send a shout out and a greeting to my African brothers from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Those 3 Pan-Africanist countries are leading the road of freeing our African people truly. So thank you so much. If I haven't mentioned your country, feel free to go in the comment section and tell me where you are watching me from. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard what Julius Malema has said. The EFF is struggling to open the school. It's been 2 years since they made the promise. And in fact, the promise that they made, that Julius Malema made, was if we don't open this school, don't vote for us. That's how confident he was. I know that confidence because that's the confidence I have today. And we have to be realistic in some of the things. And I'm going to be 1,000,000,000% transparent with you guys because I believe that the school is not mine, the school is ours. You guys are going to assist me to build the school, whether it be financially, whether it be offering your professions whether it be advisory, whether it be whatever technical abilities that you guys can offer, the school of PETA is very important. Now, PETA, the way we came about this school was a decision to say, listen, the education system in South Africa is called the basic education system. It's doing no good to our African children, especially when it comes to advancing the African agenda, the Pan-African agenda. We said our history is not taught the way it's supposed to be taught. The wrong history, in fact, is taught. Then we said our children are not given any skills; they're just given basic knowledge. So they come out of school without any skill that they can implement immediately. We went to school, came out of high school knowing nothing but a few chapters of a textbook. We went to varsity, we came out there, we only had the knowledge, not knowing how to practically implement it. We still had to go to internships with degrees and diplomas because those things do not add up to experience. That school that you are sitting in does not add up to experience. Even if you are an accountant, or even if you are whatever sector you are working in, if you are not doing the practical work at school, you come out there not knowing anything. So we said, listen, we want to be the generation that is going to be remembered for doing something. And I've specifically said the school is not the only institutions that we can build to fully liberate and conscientize our children in Pan-Africanism. The school is one of them. So I'm going to speak about other strategies that we're going to implement. But let me just cover what the EFF has done first. The EFF they are ahead of my process. They have filled the forms. They have put in what the department requires from them to open the school. But now the Magaliesberg municipality has not approved the plan of the city, of the town, to say this is where we want to place school in terms of a town planning. So even if you come and say, I want to build a school, they say, where are you going to build the school? And you say, over there. They say, well, it is not part of the plan, the town plan to have a school in this area. Even if you bought that area, even if you own that area, that is what the EFF is facing right now. The red tape that government has placed. I'm telling you, if it was white people that were doing it, they were not going to be questioned the same way as the EFF is being questioned. Remember, the EFF is the opposition party in parliament. So they are going to meet resistance by all means, because the ANC does not want the EFF to look good. If the EFF builds a school before they are even in power, in parliament, you can imagine how much favor they're going to win from the community at large. I'm sure everyone that takes their children to that school will automatically then vote for the ANC, the EFF. So that is what is going on in terms of that. In South Africa, you can't just come and say, I want to build a school, then you build the school, then everyone is happy with you. It does not work like that. We are still living with a colonized educational system that will block anything that is pro-black. Another thing that Julius Malema said that I tend to disagree with is him saying China is willing to build a school. We are going to take funding from China. We can build that school in a matter of months. Again, I will say, by Africans, for Africans. Anything that we do and that we want to have pride over, we have to do it ourselves, my Pan-Africanist brothers and sisters. Now, if you don't claim to be a Pan-Africanist, then you can take all the funding from anywhere, from Sweden, from the Brits. You can take funding from Russia. You can take funding from China and build your school, no problem. But I'm saying, as a Pan-African, you need to have that pride to say every brick that was laid was bought and funded by black people. For me, in my school, I will not accept any funding from non-Africans. Let me rather say it like that. I will not accept any funding from non-Africans because I am pushing the African agenda. Even if it takes us 30 million years, it's fine. As long as at the end, when we cut the ribbon to officially launch the school and open the school, it will be built by our people. Why are we doing that as Pan-Africans? Because there is a sense of pride when you do it yourself. And again, it gives us that confidence that yes, we are able to do things ourselves. These things of running to Europe for funding, running to China for funding is what keeps us back as Pan-Africanists. That is why there's no movement there. That is why one country can summon the whole of Africa. Imagine the Russia and Africa summit. You will find 20, 30 presidents of Africa getting in jets, private jets, and flying to Russia to be summoned by Russia. Instead of Russia, which is one country, coming to Africa. Going to Nairobi, Kenya, coming here in South Africa, in Durban, going in Accra in Ghana. It's one country. Why can't that one country come to Africa and then we have the meeting here? Why must all the African diplomats get into? And remember, when an African president travels, he does not travel alone. There's security that he travels with. There's government diplomats that he travels with. Everything. The cost of just going to that meeting is crazy. So I don't agree with that thing of us seeking funding from from whatever country that is not African. Now, as to our process at PETA, where are we? We have now received a form, from the Department of Education. They have given us a form to say, guys, fill in this form, and then that is the beginning of the process of registering PETA. Got very excited when I got that email. I had to pull in some strings because I've told you guys I've had difficulties going to the department and not getting help. Instead, getting shock from people who are questioning why this young black man says he's going to register a school. If you watch my live chats or live links when we go live, you know what I'm talking about. I have had resistance like never before, but it is expected as Pelu Umoya. So this is the form that you guys see there. The form has got things that I never thought that they would look for in the beginning of the process of registering. Because, we went into this blindfolded. We went in this with good intentions to say we want to build a school, we want to educate our children, and we want to do it in the fields of economics, technology, and agriculture. That's what we want to do. But we did not foresee the requirements that are needed to formally register a school. And on top of that, like I said, you can still register, you can still have the requirements, but still fail like the EFF if where you want to build the school is not part of the town plan of that city or that particular town where you want to build the school. So those are the other things that I'm going to meet later if I want to register the school here in Kimberley, for example, or wherever, because we have had people that said, King, I've got land, come and build the school here. But most of them are in the rural places. Is the Department of Education going to approve those plans? Is another question. So, with all the struggle of registering the school, in the spirit of moving forward, I think we must also then think of alternative ways of teaching our children. So we might open a separate YouTube channel for PETA and have classes there, online classes there in the near future. Tell me if you guys agree with me on that, where you can have your children wherever they are, and then we can teach them a skill. And then after teaching them a skill, have a registration process where we can bring your children to one place and give them the skill. and then scatter them back into the community. But in that way, as we are waiting for the formal process to unfold, we are already doing something. That's just me thinking out loud. You understand? Because if the EFF has taken 2 years, 2 years in waiting, if Dr. if Atunda Johnson has taken over 5 years in waiting since building that school, the Marcus Garvey Academy in America, if he has taken 5 years, that should tell us something about the system that we are working with. Because Africa is still operating under the Berlin Conference. We are still strictly divided, unfortunately. So that breaks my heart. Seeing the tedious process that we have to go through, but we have to go through it. So whenever I ask for help, my African brothers and sisters, please, when I ask for teachers, because I need to fill in details of teachers that are registered at the department and so on. There's things that I need that are going to be there on the school. So there is a person that I'm going to meet that has already went through this process. It's an African lady that has registered a school here in Kimberley, a private school. So I'm going to go to her, hopefully that she can help me in terms of advisory on what to do. They want everything, timetables, how many boys and girls are going to be there. I will be going to the department and ask them which parts of the form are critical and non-negotiable. So if I can get those parts, then I would know what is required from us. So I'm just giving you guys a background, or an update rather, an update on what is happening in terms of PETA, our beautiful school that we want to build, and what is happening in terms of the regulations and the processes of registering a school. Is a tedious process, but as long as the will is there, the heart is willing to do it, we're not going to give up. We're going to take this journey of 1,000,000 miles step by step. So be patient with me on that one, as I would also request you guys to be patient with the EFF until they open their school. Hopefully that school will then open the doors or the gate for us who wants to open Pan-African school behind them to if one is open, then maybe they will allow others to open. So we are praying for that. Keep us in our prayers, our prayer warriors in the Pan-Africanist Parliament. Make sure that you are always keeping us in your heart. So thank you so much. Any questions that you guys want to send to me, any support, any advice that you want to send to me, my email is always available. Please feel free to send your email and tell me what do you think about the process and what direction. I'm working with you guys. I cannot do this alone. I can only do it with you guys, and I want you guys to have the sense of pride to say, I have contributed in building a school for the coming generation. That's all I'm going to say for now. Every week there will be an update as to our progress on what we are doing with these forms and everything for PETA. So thank you so much. Let me again ask those who have been subscribed. We need to reach 20,000 subscribers very soon, because I'm giving away the PETA t-shirt. I'm giving away a PETA t-shirt. I don't know what I'm going to add on that gift, a bag of 20,000 subscribers. I have already 3 people. I've got Trinity from Beggersford. I've got Tulane from Nelspruit, and I've got Grina in Johannesburg. Those are the 3 people that I have selected so far. I must still select 7 more people to win the t-shirt of PETA, and let's just wear our t-shirt with pride in the community. So I will really appreciate it if you subscribe, share this very, very, very video, so more people can see that Pan-Africanism actually lives. It's not a myth. In South Africa, there is people who are willing to sacrifice their lives opening a school, take a risk. As young people, we must have something to point that we did that in our generation. If you want to be part of this crazy journey that we are embarking in, make sure that you play your part. Whether your part is sharing, subscribing, sending an email, after we have registered everything and have the bank account, sending your 10 rand and everything, that will make a difference, and you will have the sense of pride that I have made my contribution. So until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. And after you pray, African child, stand up, do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.
Thank you so much, my leader, for my gift. May God bless you, may God keep you, and may God protect you. In the name of Jesus.